Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're gonna make a video talking about Dark Knight. And what's up everybody, Solowolflive here. And sorry that like my audio seemed kind of off. Like it's a new mic I have. You kind of can see a little bit. I actually could change some settings around. So if it's too high, let me know. If it's too low, let me know. I actually having noise cancellation on, so I have to speak up like this. This is actually my fourth time trying to make this video. That one reason the video be delayed. Not because I was lazy. I was lazy on top of that, but every time I make this type of video, I get too passionate about it. So I had to pretty much be very careful what I say and not get too frustrated with it with my job. Dark Knight, I miss and love. But anyway, hope you guys doing well. Got some tea. Take a sip of my tea before we start. Now, we're gonna talk about Dark Knight. Dark Knight from Final Fantasy XIV. Now, before we talk about Dark Knight Forever Code, what changes I want or what I want from it, just a little tiny bit, whatever. We're gonna go down with the history of gameplay with Dark Knight. So I still remember back in the day when Dark Knight was announced and when they released the patch notes of Dark Knight, I was excited, especially when they say as a tank. Cause I was curious what would Dark Knight be as a tank instead of a DPS. Now people would say like Dark Knight was a tank in Final Fantasy XI. Well, I'm gonna say this is not Final Fantasy XI, so get that out of your mind. I've been having a couple people in my stream trying to compare it to. I like those two different games, don't compare them to. But anyway, so I was like this back in 3.0. I'm about to say, oh, this started level 30, it began level 30. But this is the abilities of Dark Knight. Some is here, most is gone. I'm gonna explain with a Heart Slash still in the, Heart Slash still in the game. Shadow Skin got replaced because Rampart shared ability. I kind of wish I'd bring back Shadow Skin, at least for animation wise. Spinning Slash, that's going. Scourge is going. Unleash still there. Low Blow is a ability you could have in other tanks. Slap is straight part of your combo now. Man is still there. Blood Weapon still there, but it got it turned to something else later on. Reprised the tank thing, the overall tank thing. Power Slash is going. Dark Side got reworked. Grit still there. Dark Dance is removed. Dark Price removed. Soul Eater still there. Dark Passenger, believe it or not, it got removed but brought back. It don't just call Dark Passenger no more. It's that one ability you have now that is a straight line AoE whatever. So pretty much just say it's a move. It's a move because the Dark Passenger is different ability. Dark Mind still there. Dark Arts got, didn't Dark Eye got replaced or did Dark Eyes got well, let's talk about the old Dark Arts. It's gone, right? We got blood was called what level was level 15 or level 30. Dark Side got reworked, so Dark Arts is gone. Shadow Wall still there. Delirium was a whole different thing. It was a whole different thing back then. Living Dead still there. It was interesting, I gotta say. South of Earth still there. They replaced Plunge. Abyssal Drain still there, right? Is Abyssal Drain still in the game? Y'all know how to be on Dark Knight. I'm gonna assume it is. Soul Survivor's going. Curve Spit is still there. Now, before we even start on Dark Knight, we gotta see some gameplay. Sorry with my snores. I got allergies. I am a little instant, which doesn't help. So I'm gonna say this, guys. Before we look at the video, we're gonna talk about the mechanic of Dark Knight as it progressed. We're not gonna talk about the gameplay. I know people say, "Oh my God, this person in the game playing Dark Knight wrong, whatever." I was a Dark Knight main, whatever. That's cool. But we gotta look at the core of Dark Knight back then. Probably watch it would jog up my memory again. But anyway, let's look at Dark Knight. Dark Knight, you have your tank and your DPS stand on, but like you use Dark Arts and you just go crazy. You just spam Dark Arts. Whenever the person starts, we can see. Here we go. So as you can see how Dark Knight is. So only thing I can really say is Dark Knight was that one tank you gotta manage your MP carefully. As you can see, he is not trying to go too crazy with MP because Dark Arts would take a lot of MP, and also dark side. We would pop dark side. It do drain your MP. Also, forgot to mention that. And like, it's okay to use a certain amount of MP if you know how to get it back. Like for instance, blood price used to be the one ability. Here it is right here. Blood price used to be the one ability that, like, if you get hit, you get MP back. Now, I had an issue with this ability. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I kind of wish it did something else on top of that. As you can see, he not going under like 1K or 1500, and if he do, he get it right back. You see him getting back MP. He never trying to cap out his MP. He trying to maintain and keep up the flow. I miss that Dark Knight so much. Right, we're not going to the whole thing. Scourge with a dot, by the way. But back then, I say it today. Sorry, my nose killing me. Oh yeah, reprisal. I think you had to parry to trigger this. I think it still works the same as it is now. I think you had to parry to make this work, and I believe it actually do damage. But anyway, that one really Dark Knight mainly maintain in most aspects. But remember I said about Dark Price, right? Dark Price, you want to get hit to get MP back while you're tanking. But the downside is you get a white mage and if you off tanking. And pretty much if you off tanking and you got a white mage, you pop this, you get nothing from it. That's why I said I wish they had like at least a MP region, what people call a refresh in 11. Not just that, they could get rid of these two abilities, make it increase the parry, like make it parry rate or like 40 and MP resistance against like MP resistance, magic resistance like 50% and physical 10% or whatever. So it could be pretty much 3 ability in 1. So, well, technically 4. I say you MP, you hit, whatever. But that was my biggest issue with Dark Knight. I had no issue with Dark Knight. I'd say this is actually one of my favorite Dark Knights. I love the Dark Knight, especially leveling. It feels really good leveling with this job. Now, the thing is, people say it was too hard. Story time. People say it was too hard. People say it was complicated and not friendly. It's not new player friendly. Whatever. It's too complicated. And they in 4.x, then when they make some other changes. Once again, don't look at his rotation. Let's look at the core mechanics of this job. Now, once the person starts, as you can see, the person have no MP drainage because they got rid of the MP drainage of Dark Knight. They got rid of, which would be more easier, and people might say this is the best Dark Knight in Final 14. Now, that's debatable. Only thing I say I disagree because I remember leveling this was abysmal, but it pretty much an easier version of 3.x if I could say that. And you can see he got a Delirium, and Delirium used to be an ability that you pop, it's right here, that you use that lower I believe the intelligence of the enemy. Can we go through all 3 of these combos? You go to Power Slash, whatever, but you try to do mainly damage, you go Delirium, Soul Eater, whatever. Power Slash was just a aggro move at that time. Aggro was way different back then. And now as you can see, I know you gotta look in the gameplay. Look, even I'm triggered. But shut up. But anyway, you can see like he have no MP drainage, an MP issue. Because like I said, they removed it. It's way more easier, way more accessible towards everybody. Once again, people say this is the best Dark Knight in 14. I agree and disagree, but don't get me wrong, it's still fun. I kind of wish they kept the MP drainage part because like, to me that was the funnest part about Dark Knight. Just go into a fight, trying to manage your MP, whatever. I'm sick and tired looking at the gameplay. And now, then when the downfall happened. Now, people might say like 5.x Dark Knight were actually good. I think one of the reasons people say that because like damage. And don't get me wrong, should tank do damage? Sure. But if the gameplay is like not there, then I'm gonna speak up about it. Right? So, like I said, we're not looking at the rotation, we're looking at the mechanic of Dark Knight. And 4.x Dark Knight, you still want to get hit, but like it's just the MP drainage and the gauge thing Oh no, the MP drain is gone and the gauge thing introduced, so it'd be more easy for people to play that job. I think they did that because they also did that because um it'd be kind of overwhelming with it, maintaining your MP and your gauge. So we're going to watch this. What is this? Anyway, you're gonna start soon. Now, this will 5.X Dark Knight. As you see, is way less chaotic. At least in my point of view, way less chaotic. And it's one more thing I forgot to talk about, which is they changed Dark Knight. They changed Dark Knight. Blood price is gone. A lot of beauty going. It got reworked. It way more accessible to newcomers to play Dark Knight. It got way more easier, which is fine, but is it really a Dark Knight? And I'm not gonna lie, at that point, at 5.3, I gave up on Dark Knight and I just went Samurai. Then with 6.X happened, I went straight Reaper. I'm still Reaper to this day. I didn't like this at all. And like, I saw some people defending this Dark Knight, and I was like, are you crazy? Have you played 4.X Dark Knight at least? Right? And people say, yeah, I played it. I didn't like it, but I like this one. Then like, people say they like this, then you get this. This is 5.X, by the way. This 6.X. Let's fast forward a little bit. Now, remember that screw it. We're gonna look at this gameplay. Look at this gameplay. Look at the gameplay. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it for me, please. Remember this. Remember this gameplay, right? I know I said we're gonna look at gameplay, but we had to look at the core mechanics. On the way to put the Black Knight. I guess this is tanking rotation. I mean, him pretty much like him take rotate what I mean by popping the Black Knight. I don't know, whatever. Well, like, look at this. All right, cool. Tell me what is the difference. Instead, they're using different rotation. Not different rotation, but how they use that rotation. What is the difference, guys? In my opinion, I see absolutely freaking nothing that different between 5.X and 6.X. Now, that's totally fine. They pretty much said, okay, that's how we're gonna do Dark Knight. But like each expansion, like 3.X, 4.X, 5.X, 6.X, it feels less of a Dark Knight, more of a Knight. And like people complain about Dark Arts, but here's the thing: people complain about Dark Arts, but Dark Arts got replaced. You want to be technical? It got replaced by what the ability called? What is it called? I forgot what that ability called. Let's fast forward a little bit. Here it is. It got replaced by this ability right here. They're pretty much the same thing. You just dump MP on it. Only thing different between them two are like, only difference between these two, it's just pure damage. Let me show you. Like, he used it right there as a shadow. He used it. It's just straight damage. While Dark Arts do couple of things. Like, you could Dark Arts, Dark Dance, which could increase your invasion, which you don't want to do that in 3.X. Or you could Dark Arts, Power Slash, which increase your aggro. You could Dark Arts, Soul Eater will increase your potency. Or you could Dark Arts, Curved Spit will increase the potency. With you Dark Arts and I forgot the ability name. Oh my goodness. Dark Arts and Dark Passenger, which blind the enemy, which you actually don't want to do. You actually want to get hit. Dark Art got more purpose than Edge of Shadow. It got way more purpose, guys. And now we're gonna look at my least favorite Dark Knight in 14. My least favorite. Now, what is different, guys? Scoring. You got scoring. You could pop a whole different combo, and you pretty much back to your basic combo after this. It looked way less busier, bro. Look how less busy Dark Knight is. Look how less busy it is. Look how less busy it is, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta post a video one way or another. It's impossible for me to not get like annoyed of the changes of Dark Knight. How we came from this. Look how busy it is. Look how fun it is. Look at that. Look at the flow. You gotta maintain your MP, do different rotations, what to use your dark arts on. Should I pop this? Should I pop that? How to maintain my maintain my MP? Should I do more damage or maintain my aggro? Like, I kind of missed that from tanking also, and like blow was a exclusive Dark Knight ability. Then like don't get me wrong, Bumper X was still busy because we still got dark arts. It was still busy at different purposes. You still have different combos, which is totally fine, right? It looked less busy because he's not using engage with them. That's totally fine. Now you look right here, like I said, it looked busy. For 5.X, it looked busy because of this. We call it Delirium because of this. This and the Edge of Shadow. Once you pop this, you'll see. Look. 1. I think you do this 3 times. Yeah. Do it 3 times as a shadow. Do this again as a shadow. And your shadow. And like pretty much they call him Frey. Your shadow right here is doing some damage. So that's why it kind of look busy. As you can see right here, what he doing right here. This is rotation. Right? While 6.X, it don't look as busy at all. It looked less and less busy as the expansion goes. And 6.X is just boredom. I'm bored with it. I'm bored. Right? And I want to pull up a video, but I'm very skeptical of posting this video because I want nobody to harass the person. I'm not gonna talk down to the person. It's just I want this to go out there saying I'm dissing the guy, right? It's more like this how I try to show a pure example how some player felt of Dark Knight in 3.X. Well, I'm not gonna play the videos. I'm not gonna play it. They're not the type of channel that's gonna expose other people, call them out, call them idiots, all that stuff. But pretty much the person was saying that like he don't want to play Dark Knight because the MP usage. He want to put on Dark Side because it drain MP. He want to be a tank. Yada yada yada. It's nonsense. We could do a whole reaction video you guys want to. But now the question is, what do I want from Dark Knight? At least for me, I can't speak for others. Probably some people okay with the current Dark Knight. This Dark Knight sucks. I always tell the people in front of people's face. I think the baseline of Dark Knight, I think we need more to make it feel like a Dark Knight. It's like, you want to call me crazy, is sacrifice your MP but also your HP. Whatever. Probably you want to do more damage. Since you're off tank, you want to do more damage, you sacrifice some HP. You want to do some defense stuff, you sacrifice MP. Like something like that along the line. Not crazy amount of HP, but probably a certain amount of MP that you use for defensive wise. Now people say, what happened if Dark Knight would tank and actually want to use HP to do more damage? Why they tank it? Well, then when I said like, then when the scaling of how much MP that you take, then we take HP that you use to boost up your stuff. Probably it's okay to sacrifice a lot of MP. Probably the Black Knight will actually be more useful. Who knows? Let me take a sip of my jumper again. I don't got my water next to me. Right? But only thing I would say this. I want to see sacrifice of HP and MP, and not if we can't get them both, just go back to the MP format because it was fun, bro. It was fun. It was it was beautiful, man. Like, you have to be there. I gotta say, anybody, they're not bashing nobody. You start in Shadowbring, you cannot talk. You cannot talk if you start in Shadowbring. You didn't know the struggle of 3.x. You don't know the fun of 4.x, especially when we reach max level. Don't get me wrong. I love 3.x Dark Knight. It had its issues, right? I had fun leveling it. While 4.x, I hate leveling it. But as soon as I got max level, I loved it. I loved it. But that's it for this video, guys. I was going to put up another video top of the one person having a rant page or the video of Dark Knight, but I think it's be too tiresome and probably wasting my time and yours to watch that video. But you guys want me to react to that video, I will, but I'm most likely gonna block this person's name out just to not people reach out to him and harass the guy. We're not about that over here, right? So y'all want me to react to the video, I'll react to it. You guys want me to. But anyway, guys, I would say this. Thank y'all for watching. Sorry for the long delay of videos. I've been very busy, lazy, and be streaming way more. I promise you guys that like more videos gonna be out. I will be doing reaction videos on FFXIV. Well, Persona 6 don't need no reaction. Just no Persona 6 coming. But mostly FFXIV and the Stellar Blaze trailer. I didn't really watch it. I pretty much saw like 10 seconds of it, didn't even look at it. So we're gonna make a video. We're gonna make a reaction video towards those. Probably today. Probably my YouTube will have two videos in a few hours after this poster. Who knows? But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Tell me, guys, what you guys want to see from Dark Knight? If not Dark Knight, what other jobs do you guys want to see on Evolve mode in 8.x? What job do you miss? Do you guys miss how the old job system was in before 5.x? Or do you actually like how the jobs are at this current rate? Me, I'm not too happy. But it is what it is. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Yeah, guys. That's it for me. Talk about Dark Knight. It's actually more I want to talk about, but I don't want to make this a 30-minute video. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and take care.